units.
All right. There's quite a few, that's why I'm...
Well, I mean, what were we, like, before you get started, I'm just gonna peek at our numbers.
Our numbers, which are pretty cool for December.
93, yeah, 93 units we've closed already halfway through December. Which last year was 180 we did. So we have, typically the way it works is we'll see a pace, we'll pace, and then the last 7 days of the month it goes, you know, crazy. That's when we buy Allison Casey lots of coffee. But so yeah, like I'm super pleased to see. And I started studying the statistics. I don't want to do anything with them until we close the year and then put some stuff together for you guys, but just licensee year over year stuff. The last report I looked at was dated through the 3rd of December. It's incredible. I mean, you keep talking about how, you know, I took this year off and you're over last year, you know, still significantly. So it's not a bad. Lacey, did you want some credit? She's over here waving her hand.
Hello.
Oh, she showed up.
Hey, regardless, there you go. Exactly.
Somebody had to.
Something that's really interesting is when you look at the TMOs year over year. Did I save the TMOs? I've actually used that in listing presentations to show people who had tried to sell the house before. Here's what the market's doing now. Here's what it did this time last year. Here's what it did when you had your home on the market a year and a half ago. So I saved all the TMOs.
Yep.
And it's pretty interesting, the numbers, the pending ratios, the numbers of sales, the numbers of expireds are way down, the days of the market's way down in every price range. So
yeah,
being able to show the two different TMOs.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You ready?
Yep. I'll fire through here.
Okay, go quick.
Nate Baird, Charlie Bagg, Les Bailey, Matt Bex, Bob Bickle, Marcy Bouchard.
Yeah.
Whoa!
You didn't run the route. You didn't run the route. Finish the drill.
She zigged when she was supposed to zag.
Perfectly placed hats. She's not.
Okay, so
I'm scared of you.
I just want to time out real quick. Michael Carter.
And I can't believe he's not here. He never misses a team meeting.
Right. Michael Carter, he's been in what, 4
I'm
or 5
Michael and I'm
months?
bold. And I have an opinion. Never.
Right?
He's awesome.
He's been in 5 months. He closed a $629,000 house for an $18,000 commission.
Wow.
Yeah. And what's so funny is he's just like, he's retired, he has investments, he's like, this is just fun. I just have fun doing it. I have fun calling through the yellow pages and the phone book. Like I sit there and listen to him hammer him out day after day. He's just all, hey, you don't know me, but my name's Mike Carter. And I was just wondering if you know anybody that's looking to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate. Okay, outstanding. Well, thank you for thinking about that. How about anybody from church or work? Okay, well, thank you for thinking about that. Hey, while I got you on the phone, can I go ahead and send you my email distribution?
Good.
It's just some real estate information every now and again. Yeah, okay, what's that email address? He gets the email address like every time.
He does. It is insane. Because he just does it. He is so not attached to the outcome.
Not at all.
Because he's just having fun. Like if they hang up on him, he's like, all right, whatever, next. And he just rolls.
It's crazy.
It is the most fun thing to watch.
And if you listen to him do it, it's because
he's just
No, that's the funny thing. It's like we're also
he's using
particular
the
about.
script. I mean, he's using it, but he's just.
It's just jumping. Right.
I don't think so. I think he just likes it. He has no filter.
No. All right. Deb Cassell, Kristen Cole, Kevin Cross, Jeff Davis, Matt Dimmick, Chris Druso, Ed Erickson, Jonna. Oh, no Rana this time. Jonna, right to Christina Gamis, Patty Kapinski.
Patty is up big time year over year. That's
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
ones I was looking at. I told you I was looking at numbers. Her year this year versus last year. Super exciting. So we're going to get into those, well, I guess in our first team meeting of the new year next year. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm curious to see
What her Arizona license is.
She just sold her house in there. She bought a house in Hawaii instead.
where are we at? Kelly Harris, Quake Hayden, Elizabeth Hockenadel.
You did it right.
Why did you? Oh,
Pocono.
oh my gosh. You guys keep changing right now the syllables. All right.
Sound it out, Joe.
All right.
Did you just say that out loud?
Moving along. That's on video. Tim Kelly, Rob King,
On YouTube.
Gotcha,
Kim
Matt.
Petrosky, Paul Leishman, Valisa,
There you go.
Mr. Joe Lowndes, 3 blank pages.
Thank you, Static
Okay,
Electricity.
And we're back. Kylie Lucas, Ryan Lucas, Amy Mackey Hornack, Larry Malton, Christy Mock, Reed Moore, Holly Myers, Stephen Ollendorf, John Parks ×2.
That was exciting. John's relatively new, so that was fun to get.
Yeah, that's
and
very
he
cool.
told me, anybody knows John? He's like, well, that's just the beginning. I said, yes, sir.
Amy Peltier, Clinton Peterson, 2 double-ended.
Yeah.
He had a big week.
Yes, he did.
He had a big
His
week.
Clinton's goal, this
He
is
said,
what's fun.
"Let's get capped."
So Clinton's goal is to cap in 6 weeks or less. Wow. Remember that Clinton was, last year was his first year as a single agent. So
Yeah.
this year was his first, excuse me, this
Yeah.
year, we're still in this year. Right. 2012, he was a telemarketer on a team who made $8 an hour first for a few, and $15 per appointment that he set for several months, and then he was a buyer's agent for about 5 months, and then he said, bump this, I'm doing this. And he started his single agent business in November, at the very end of November last year. So, and his goal is, he just reset, his goal is to cap in 6 weeks or less.
Wow.
And he's off to a really good start. as of
$8 an
yesterday.
hour, and a year later, you have a $30,000 week.
And he's gonna finish the year at about 8 million in, well,
Hello.
it may be more, cause that was actually a lot of volume. I don't know how that'll shake out in
Yeah,
his
that
final
was
numbers.
a
but-
no. Brittany Radford, Chris Rakoff, Eric Rittner, Michael Schwartz, Stuart Smith, Jennifer Stallcup, Erica Tynes, Ryan Tollison, Jason Trout, Dar Walden, Tracy Williams, Parker Wilson, and Dan Wolf.
Yay! Good job, you guys.
And Kylie Weiss.
But she's always at the end.
It's
She's
one
the
big.
very last one. I'm glad to see you here. Finals over.
Oh, thank God.
All done.
Tell you what.
First semester kill ya? Now, are you done?
Graduate in May.
In May.
Yeah, but my 19 credit semester's over, so that's nice.
Got his license and had a 19 credit semester, in which his goal was to keep his GPA pretty high. So, congratulations. I hope you enjoy your Christmas break.
I think I will. I'm gonna enjoy my vacation this
Yeah.
even more, so yeah.
So, what do you have next semester? How many credits?
Hopefully.
For you? Good
That would be
for
like a
you.
fall.
So anybody who doesn't know Eric Johnson, this is Eric, I know a lot of you have met him, but he's been a little busy with his, college education. So he kind of had to, he said, gosh, guys, I really want to get into this, but I've got to finish this strong. Totally respect that. So super proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Family reunion. Want to talk about that real quick? So that's where we stand right now.
Wow.
We have, that's official registrations on the books with KWRI. Last year at this time, we had about 50. So we are cranking ahead of where we were last year. So super excited. I pulled all the numbers this weekend because I'm obsessed. And we are ahead of every market center in the country except for Dallas-Fort Worth. Conveniently located in the heart of,
Dallas.
right now they do, I'm working on it, we're not gonna worry about that. So, so Dallas-Fort Worth is the only one that's ahead of us. By the way, Dallas Metro and Arlington, which are all right there as well, and have 300+ agents, we're ahead of them. That's pretty impressive.
I can guarantee if it ever came to Anchorage, we'd be way ahead of everybody.
They will never come to Anchorage. I can promise you. That I can guarantee.
That is a guarantee I can say. They would have no one at family reunion.
Exactly my point. For some reason, people just, it's like when we try and line up outside instructors, it's like, well, those conversations are interesting. I want to come in June, July, or August. Well, we could really use you in February. No. Appreciate the offer, but every once in a while we get someone that is brave.
That wants to buy a
Like
jacket.
Keith Riddle or Ryan or some other ones.
Bruce.
So we have 75, guys, my goal is 100. We have, I believe there were 15 names on my, I might actually have it in front of me. Oh, I do. I have 13 names here of people who I believe are all going that just haven't registered yet, based on conversations. So that will put us 75, that'll put us at 88. And then I have 11 names of people that I personally think they should go because I think it would be a really good decision for their business that I'm going to be working on. Anna Schulman, I don't know if you're in the room. Hi. Sorry, did I say that out loud? So, just not really kidding. We'll talk later. and then our goal is to take 10 guests as well, 10 recruits. So we have actually 3 confirmed. I'm meeting with 1 today. So we have 2 that are confirmed and registered. I'm not going to put their name out there because obviously I don't want to put them on blast in front of the entire market. If you guys know of someone that we should be talking to about taking the family reunion, let us know. We're talking to a lot of people right now. So there's a good chance we're already talking with them. But keep me posted. So we'll be happy to work on that for you. Classes coming up. What do we got going, Joe?
Launch. We have our Keller Williams launch tomorrow, 9 o'clock starts. Usually goes to 12:30, 1 o'clock, depending on how many folks are in there. That'll be right here in this training room. And then we have Camp 443 from 11 to 1 on Thursday. And I think we're in the second floor conference room because we had to do a little bit of shuffling around. So Camp 443.
It's good when the building's getting used a lot.
It is,
It's a
it
good
is.
thing.
No, it's a very good thing. Camp 443 is for our newer licensees, those that have done 6 deals or less. And Camp 443 is intended to be 4 listings, 4 pendings in 3 months, essentially is what the goal is. So it's a really good introduction into real estate and how to do the business.
You want to give the sequence of the classes? What's your schedule that you're running? Just
Yeah,
so
well, it's just every Thursday from 11 to 1. We started out with Mindset this last Thursday. Tomorrow, or Thursday this week will be customer service, and we move into buyer's agent stuff, and then listings, and then so on and so forth. Just finding deals.
Yeah.
So it's a really great class. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I forget how much I like it.
It is
until I
awesome.
teach it.
For those of you that haven't ever taken it, I really think it is the best real estate class going, period.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it.
No, and it's the truth. I mean, you just look at success stories like Kevin Cross that started,
He started
5 years ago with a new, brand new licensee, and he just decided to take the class over and over and do it, and now he's built a $30+ million a year business. So, and 6 years ago, he was holding his license in his hand going, what do I do, or 5 years ago. So it absolutely works. It's the basics. If you know someone that is in that category, push them to get here. We offer this a lot. We kind of keep it running because it's just that good. Also, we have as a follow-up to the business planning clinic, and we'll start pushing it out here probably late this week. Time management with the 411 is scheduled. So we will be in Eagle River on January 9th, which is a Wednesday. So that Eagle River licensees and Wasilla agents don't have to come into town for the day for that. So we're trying to find a happy medium there. And then we will do it here in the training room in Anchorage on the following Wednesday, which is the 16th, I believe. And that will be from noon to 4. So I can get it done in 4 hours. I have to crank through the material, but absolutely one of my favorite classes. So in here, in town, the 16th, Eagle River, the 9th. Again, great growth opportunity, guys, for recruits. Time management is, again, one of our kind of, pinnacle courses. It's so great. So we're going to follow up with everybody that took business planning, because the idea is you take your business plan, you match it with your 411, and bam, you've got the tool to be successful and hold you accountable to achieve those goals within the year. So we'll be following up with everyone with the times and the dates. But if you guys have someone that you want to invite, that's another place that's great to bring them to. And we're trying to make it more convenient for those guys that direction. What else? Am I missing anything?
No,
Okay.
not here.
Our ALC meeting is Thursday. Anyone is welcome to attend and watch and you know, observe. It'll be this Thursday from 10:30 to noon. I believe that's it for now. Okay, awesome. Yes, ma'am.
Do we want to announce that we'll be closed this Saturday for,
Do you want to announce that?
why don't you?
Okay.
Jen?
Getting out of my face. So we are closing the office this Saturday. We're closing the office because we are giving you guys what we think will be a very special Christmas present. We will have the lobby facelifted, hopefully, done on your return to the office on Monday. So you will see an entirely different and updated appearance on our lobby. We're pretty excited to get that done. It should, to use the words of my football playing junior son, it'll be swag. It just will be. We're really excited about it. We're gonna completely, just cool. You'll see a totally different feel and vibe. Our workroom will be repainted. Sweet Casey's office will be repainted because it's got sheetrock patch holes everywhere from furniture that's been moved in and out of that office about 3 different times. And my office will be repainted, and so we should have a much better, fresh and updated appearance for your clients and for other agents and for you when you guys come walking in. So this has been kind of a big work in progress, and we're pretty excited to get it done for you. So the goal is that Monday morning when you walk in, it's all done. There may be a few pieces that'll be straggling, so bear with us. But
Monday's Christmas Eve, I don't think I'm coming in.
just know that that's where we're heading. So I'm excited. We're excited to do that for you guys, and I think it's going to make a big difference for you.
Awesome.
Especially in your recruiting as well, to be quite honest. Because a lot of people go, I don't like the way that lobby looks, and we say, well, we lead with revenue and we profit share.
They go, yeah, we don't care about it.
Exactly. So
We're not there, we don't care.
Still don't like the way the lobby looks, they say.
That's right, exactly. So we're excited to bring that to you. So bear with any construction mess. I think the painters are gonna actually start coming in a little bit during the week in the later evenings, starting tomorrow,
Maybe tonight.
maybe even tonight, yeah. So,
Maybe.
y'all have to remember, Allison has been the MCA since like the Market Center opened its first 90, like after 90 days. So she has lived and looked at that lobby for so long. It's gonna be wonderful for her to get a new appearance. She's pretty excited. Anything else that I should go over before we dive into what we're gonna talk about today? Nothing? Okay. Fantastic. How many of you have the new Maxwell book? Just Christina, you just got it?
Was
You
that
got
one got it, the,
15 laws, valuable laws of growth. So I was really pleased to get a signed copy from John as a Christmas present from a good friend of mine that was completely unexpected. And also means I have to read it, so I hadn't bought it yet. So Ryan was here last week, Ryan Seacrest, and he was talking about the first law. And as I've been reading through the book over the last few days, one law in particular
It's Bob Volding, just also known as Zamfir, the amazing whistler.
Thank you, Bob.
I couldn't get music to play earlier, so I guess he's excited. The one thing that I hear a lot, you guys, I spend Fridays, every Friday I spend having coaching appointments with agents. I have 2 coaching groups as well, one that starts today, yay, and another one that I work with. I work with the ALC. I spend a lot of time with realtors who are really chasing their business. They're really serious. They're really focused. They're doing their best. And the one thing I think Joe would agree with me that we hear over and over and over again is, how do I be consistent? I do this and then I do this, or I lead generate and then I drop off because over and over. when we go to family reunion, you're gonna be in a room with 13,000 people, and they're gonna all have the same challenge. It's all of our challenge, which is consistency. So the fifth law in this book really stuck out to me because it is the law of consistency. The other question that Joe and I talk about probably a couple times a week is, how do we motivate people? How do we get them motivated? We want your success. Sometimes we feel like we want it for you more than you want it for yourself even. So how do we motivate you? And that's what this fifth law is about. So I wanted to just kind of talk about it today. So the law of consistency is this: motivation gets you going, but discipline is what keeps you growing. And I want to just walk through it a little bit. Motivation gets you moving. We've all been inspired, right, into taking action. Whether it's to start a diet and exercise plan, whether it's to set a goal for yourself in your business, whether it's to remodel do an addition on your house. We get these inspirations to go tackle something, to dive into a lake on freezing cold days, you get these motivations. But discipline is what keeps you going through the process, right? Because about how long is it before that inspiration and motivation wears off? It's pretty quick, isn't it? You get excited to get up early and go to the gym, and on about the fourth day that the alarm clock rings at 5 a.m., it's pretty easy to go.
Yeah,
I think it happens a lot
next
sooner
morning.
than that.
I don't think the alarm goes off. Fewer days in that.
Yeah. It happens like the first day.
So I guess what I'm hearing is I'm not alone in the room in facing those challenges, where we get inspired. It's the discipline that keeps us going. And so we all say, gosh, if I just have the discipline to do this every day, how do I get the discipline? That's what I love about this chapter. It actually talks about how you do it. Because my answer as a coach has been really brilliant and along the lines of, you just do. I don't have anything great to tell you other than just do it. Hi, Michelle. What's nice is this book gives you some actual hands-on tips that really help in how to be consistent. If you want to become more, and I'm just going to kind of read some pieces of it because I can't say it any better than John Maxwell does. If you want to become more disciplined and consistent in your performance, you need to become more disciplined and consistent in your growth. How can you do that? Well, it comes back to these questions: what, when, how, and why, by knowing the what, how, why, and when of personal improvement. So what he's saying is your personal improvement is what's going to dictate your successes, whether it's in business, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in your health, whatever it's in. It all boils down to personal improvement. So we ask several questions. Number one, do you know what you need to improve? He makes a good point. He says you've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. Does that make sense? You've got to get up every morning with determination. You know that feeling when you get in bed and you have left it all on the field that day? Like you worked as hard as you possibly could. You didn't leave one stone unturned. You did your best. That's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. But to get to that feeling at the end of the day, you've got to wake up determined in the morning, right? If you're half-assing it from the minute you get out of bed, you're not going to finish it out at the end because you don't have the determination. He says that's true, but it's also important to know where do you direct that determination. So you can be really determined to file your stuff in alphabetical order. It's not going to leave you, very, very satisfied at the end of the day. So your determination has to be directed. So he goes, okay, how do we get to that? Well, here's a quote from E.M. Gray, and I actually put it on my Facebook a little bit ago because it just hit me. This is a conversation we have in my house all the time. I have this with my children on a daily basis. The successful person has the habit of doing the things that failures don't like to do. By the way, the successful person doesn't like to do them either. His dislike is subordinated by the strength of his purpose. I think sometimes we look at people that are consistent and disciplined and we go, they must just like doing that daily stuff because I don't like doing it. They don't like it either. there's no, they don't. They just are strong-willed enough that their determination overrides their dislike. We have this, we talk about it all the time at home. the kids, I'll be honest, they hate getting up early for school. School starts at 7:30, that means they get up at 6:30. It's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard. Yeah, I get it, it's hard. And you do it because this is your goal, this is your goal. You're constantly working on picking up the phone and making your calls. Is it fun? No. Well, Chris Heller, he's just a machine. I just can't believe he does it because he's a machine. Do you think he enjoys it any more than you do? No, he doesn't.
Actually, with Chris, maybe.
That's we joke about it, but that's where our thinking gets sidetracked because we make excuses. Well, no, they must like it. They don't like it any more than you. They just are so determined that they're going to achieve that they just power through that dislike. You have to be that tuned into your purpose, whatever it is that you're doing. Do you know how you are supposed to improve? Do you know what that even looks like? You know, how do you find that motivation? Well, guess what? It's different for every one of you. I can't give each of you, I can't say, here's the box, here's the package, and this is how you get motivated. Because you're all different personality types. So what motivates Marcy may not motivate Lindsay. And what motivates Lindsay may not be something that motivates Christina. He gives some really great examples. He says, for example, for someone who's an easygoing and likable personality, they get motivated by finding value and purpose in what they do. So if they can see that if I do X, Y, and Z, here's the value and the purpose of those actions, that will inspire and motivate them. Then you can take what we would call a high D personality. They take charge, they make decisions quickly. How do they get motivated? By focusing on the choices they make. The fact that I've made a decision and I'm going to start this. Really tap into that personality type. When you look at the party, the fun people that love to be around a party, love to be around people, how do they get motivated? They make a game. I think about Diet. You know, she's always the one we talk about. She does, I don't even know how many, 2 or 3 client appreciation events a year. Do you know how many contacts she gets with her clients? Well, she does it in a way that she likes. She makes it fun. She makes it a party. It's still work, right? She's still getting contacts, having conversations, asking for referrals. It's the same thing. She's just found a way to do it in her strength set where she enjoys it and has a good time. And then there's people who are our attention to detail people, right? And I'm just going to read how he says this. Attention to detail is their strength, but because they desire to do everything perfectly, they're afraid of making mistakes. If you're that personality style, how do you motivate yourself beyond that fear? This is a big question for people that are super detail-oriented. How do I get past that fear? By focusing on the joy of learning the details and the potential for developing a level of